everyone, James Baek, and it's time for some more VGC 2015 battles. For those battle spot ladder, we are bringing back a team that we used a bit ago and I stopped using, but I'm still working on my latest team for the VGC series, so hoping to breed that soon, but don't have any time right now, so going to be using this team temporarily, until I get that good stuff ready. So we are using a Tailwind team with Moa, Hydreigon, Ludicolo, Mamoswine, Thundurus, Incarnate, and Entei. So we're going to see how this team does, since it's been a while and I really wasn't comfortable with the team when I used it a while ago. So hopefully they will have a better performance, but we're going to find two battles and see how we do. Our first opponent today will be a 1739 rated player from Japan, and we are going to see the team of Landorus variant, Arcanine, Kangaskhan, Sylveon, Terrakion, and Suicune. Very offensive Pokemon, so this should be interesting. We got the Landorus variant. Don't know what item could be. Assault Vest, Scarf, Band. There are so many different items. We got Arcanine, who I'm curious if it's a Life Orb variant. Japan loves Life Orb Arcanine, I believe. But it also could be the support Arcanine that we've seen multiple times at United States events such as Premier Challenges and Regionals. If I remember, I think it got second at a Premier Challenge, and I don't know how well it did at Regionals. I think there's one person who talked with that. We got the Sylveon, who could be carrying the Pixie Plate, or it could be holding the Choice Specs items. Those are the common ones. We got Kangaskhan, the Standard Mega, who has a lot of tricks up its sleeve. We got Terrakion, who could be a Focus Sash holder or a Lumberry. And this should be interesting. We got Suicune, who will set up Tailwind, so that Suicune's going to be annoying. But I noticed that Ludicolo does pretty well against my opponent's team, not gonna lie. So does Mamoswine, actually, but I don't want to bring Mamoswine. I think we'll lead Ludicolo and Hydreigon, because with Ludicolo and Hydreigon, I should be able to set up Tailwind. And I'll have Moa on the back with Thundurus, because Thundurus, I feel like if I can get some speed control into this game, it will really go in my favorite. It's also my best way to deal with the Suicune other than Ludicolo, which I feel like I'm probably not going to be able to save that quickly. I'm fine if Ludicolo goes down early, because it will allow the rest of my Pokemon to sweep. But I really have to get rid of that Arcanine, since Arcanine's the bulkiest Pokemon that my Ludicolo can only handle, really. So Ludicolo and Hydreigon are going to lead against my opponent, Kangaskhan, and I believe Sylveon. Yeah. So I'm really fine with this lead, because right now he's probably going to go for a Fake Out with Kangaskhan. He could also go for Protect, which I don't think he would. I'm going to Fake Out the Sylveon and go for the Tailwind, because I cannot switch out into anything. Nothing wants to take a Hyper Voice. Kangaskhan is going to Mega Evolve, so let's see what it went for. Did it go for Fake Out? Did it go for a Double Edge or Low Kick? I'm really hoping it's the Fake Out onto Ludicolo. Fake Out onto the Ludicolo, perfect. As Ludicolo's going to flinch, Hydreigon's going to get this Tailwind up, which is definitely great news for me. The Sylveon, I'm going to go for the Hyper Voice as expected. It should bring Hydreigon to its Focus Sash. Ludicolo is going to be able to survive. Yeah, that was definitely a great turn for me. Because right now, do I want to save Ludicolo? I kind of do. I'm going to save Ludicolo. Well, let's think about this logically. Ludicolo just does so well against my opponent's team, so I think I want to conserve it. And I'm going to go for the Dragon, or the Dark Pulse. I'm going to go for a Dark Pulse onto the Kangaskhan. I know I'm probably going to lose Hydreigon here, but really Hydreigon's not necessary right now. We got the Thunder's going to come out, as we're going to see the Sucker Punch into the Hydreigon slot. Interesting, targeting down the Hydreigon. I guess since Ludicolo wasn't doing much, but if I got Scald Burn to that Kangaskhan, that would have been bad, but I'm fine with that. As the single target Hyper Voice is going to come out onto my Thundurus, that does a lot of damage. However, right now I can bring out Moa, and this should get interesting. because I doubt Sylveon wants to stay around and take an Iron Head. I think my best play is to Thunder Wave the Kangaskhan and Iron Head. Sylveon most likely wants to protect or switch out. And if it wants to switch out, I would probably guess Arcanine would be coming out. And if that's the case, I guess I'll have to find a way to bring out Ludicolo. He's going to withdraw Kangaskhan, actually. Going to Landers. Oh, I was about to Hidden Power Ice that slot, too. Oh, well, I guess, did he pull? Yeah, he pulled a double switch. Okay, so that's logical. Into Arcanine? Yeah, that's a wait, is that Arcanine? Yeah. I thought that was speaking for a second, but nope. That's really good for my opponent because he gets a double Intimidate, gets to reset his Kangaskhan to Intimidate, and all he has to do is stall out the Tailwind now. And Mawil's at -2. Definitely a good play with my opponent, and not one I could appreciate, but the Thunder Wave going to go into Landers. Going to get this -2 Iron Head off onto Landers. That doesn't do much. Right here, I think I want to go for the Hidden Power onto the Landers. Oh no, let's think about this. Play Rough can KO the Landers at that range. So I might want to just Thunder Wave the Arcanine and play Rough. But do I want to risk that? Then again, if I play Rough and he's not Enemy Scarf, I'm in trouble. So I think I'm going to Hidden Power this and switch out Mawile into Ludicolo. Let's see what my opponent decides to go for. Ludicolo is going to be brought out. I'm going to get this Hidden Power Ice off onto Landers. This will knock it out, but now he gets a free switch into Kangaskhan, which is going to be troublesome. As we see the Flare Blitz from the Arcanine, so it is offensive, because bulky Arcanines don't carry the Flare Blitz. They usually carry like Flamethrower, Heat Wave, Overheat. Is it Life Orb? It's not even Life Orb, wow. Tailwind Peter's out now, so I'm going to bring out my Arcanine, not Arcanine. Mawile, he's going to bring out Sylveon, which I'm good with. I'm wondering if he's Banded Arcanine. And I think I'm going to Thunder Wave the Arcanine and just go for the Iron Head onto the Sylveon. I mean, if he's Banded Arcanine, I pretty much lost anyway, and I might as well, I need to try to preserve my Thundurus, because I know I'm a speedy Mawile, so I should be able to outspeed the Sylveon. The Thunder Wave going to connect with the Arcanine. Let's see, does it get paralyzed? It gets the Flare Blitz off onto the Mawile. Will it KO? Probably will if it's Choice Banded. It is Choice Banded. That's a knockout from a Choice Banded Arcanine. Maybe I should have played that turn safer, but really, I don't think there's much I could do against this opponent. Yeah, that's gonna be a loss. Not much I could have done, really. I guess I should have brought Mamoswine. But I really thought Suicune would have been a thing in this game, because, I don't know, maybe he expected Thundurus and Ludicolo, so he said, I'm not bringing Suicune. That does make sense, and I definitely probably should have considered more about my 18 preview. Mamoswine, I would have been able to get an Earthquake, Icicle Crash. Just, you gotta wonder how you can play that game better, and I definitely could have played that game better. But anyway, we're gonna find a second battle and see how we do. Our second opponent today will be Justin Flynn, fan from France with 1677 rating, using a very interesting Trick Room team. Of course, I don't have anything for Trick Room. Okay, we got Hariyama, Heatran, Abomasnow, Camerupt, Cresselia, and Mawile, but the things that contradict each other are Heatran and Camerupt, because they're basically the same Pokemon with the same move coverages. You just usually have a different purpose for them. Kind of interesting to see both on the same team, especially since it adds a ground type weakness, and you really don't need Camerupt and Mawile when you have a Heatran. So Heatran's or Camerupt is an oddball Pokemon, but we'll see how my opponent plays this. Obviously, I have nothing for the Trick Room, so I'm definitely going to have to play this out a bit. Just deciding what I could bring to this situation. He's probably not going to bring a Bomb Snow. I mean, I really wouldn't see a reason to bring a Bomb Snow. You only have, well, then again, Hydreigon, Mamoswine, and Thundurus. Well, why would you bring those against this kind of team where they don't do much? Wondering which Mega he'll bring, though. I would assume it'd be his own Mawile, since Mawile does pretty well against my team, not gonna lie. I don't have a really good way to hit Cresselia that hard. I guess I'm gonna lead Ludicolo and Hydreigon. Have Mawile and Entei in the back. I don't know, Ludicolo and Hydreigon seem a pretty good lead against the Cresselia. And I can't really die from that Hariyama's close combat because I do have to Focus Sash. So Cresselia and Hariyama is going to be my opponent's lead. I mean, standard Fake Out, Trick Room sort of lead against my Ludicolo and my Hydreigon, and I think I'm just going to let Trick Room set up, because if I let Trick Room set up and I'm just able to stall it and knock out the Cresselia, my opponent's going to have a really tough time. Wondering which Mega Pokemon he'll bring, but I really think it's the Mawile on the back. I'm going to Fake Out the Hariyama, just go for the Fake Out and Dark Pulse this Cresselia for some heavy damage right on. I know Trick Room's going to be set up, but if I can just stall it out for a good time, it should be fine. Dark Pulse into the Mawile, the Cresselia. That doesn't even bring it to Citrus range, wow. As we see the Trick Room, which I'm fine with. Because right now, I can Scald the Cresselia, and I might as well Protect just to stall out a turn of Trick Room. This is kind of cool because I never really had Protect Hydreigon, but now I have that option. Let's see what the Hariyama goes for. It's a close combat into a Ludicolo slot, so either predicting a switch, Protect, or this indicates to me he brought Camerupt if he's really targeting down that Ludicolo. And he is with that Psychic and the close combat, which shouldn't knock out Ludicolo. The Scald's going to connect with the Cresselia, which I'm fine with. Except there's a pretty good amount, and no Citrus Berry either. It's probably Citrus Berry Hariyama. Or it's Mantle or Cresselia, which makes sense on the Trick Room team. I think I'm going to switch out... I'm going to switch out Ludicolo into Mawile, because if he did bring Camerupt, I do not want to lose Ludicolo. And I'll just Dark Pulse his Cresselia. I really doubt he would double target into the Hydreigon slot. Ludicolo's most common item is Assault Vest anyway. So, gonna get the Intimidate off onto this Hariyama, which is great if he went for close combat onto the Ludicolo slot. No, he went for the close combat onto the Hydreigon slot, which is fine because it leaves me with 10 HP actually. Which I'm fine with. Let's see if we saw the Ice Beam. Oh, it's the Ice Beam. Into the Hydreigon. Okay, so that's problematic. I want to bring out Entei now. And I think I want to Iron Head this Cresselia. And I do think this Hariyama wants to switch out. The question is, even if he has Moa, I'm fine with that. I think I'm going to Iron Head Snarl here. Because Hariyama, even if Hariyama stays in, which it did, it's intimidated, so close combat's not doing anything against me right now. Cresselia reveals Protect. Interesting. We're going to see the close combat into the Entei slot. Shouldn't be yeah, it didn't do much at all. And it's at -2 now. Iron Head into the Cresselia, and Entei gets the Snarl, which doesn't matter against this Doesn't matter against this Hariyama. Trick Room's not over yet, though. He's not switching out, and I think if he had Heatran, he would have switched it out already. He would have switched into it, I mean. I think I'm going to Sucker Punch the Cresselia. No, that's not the right play. I think I'm going to Iron Head the Cresselia and protect with my Entei. Let's see who he double targets. I'm probably going to say Mawa. He could go for the Helping Hand, Close Combat. Close Combat into the Entei. Perfect. Psychic into the Entei. Absolutely perfect for me as I get the Iron Head off onto the Cresselia, which picks up the knockout, and Trick Room should end here if my numbers are correct. Yep, the Trick Room is over. He has no way to reset it. This is looking really good in our favor. As Cameron's going to be my opponent's last next Pokemon. Which I am fine with, to be honest, because right here I can protect Mawile and go for... What do I want to go for? I kind of want Entei to be knocked out. I think I'm going to go for the Snarl. Snarl should give me an advantage point where I can get it to -2. I can bring in my Ludicolo and maybe survive a Sheer Force Life or... No, Sheer Force boosted Heat Wave. Gonna get the Snarl off, which is pretty great. He brought camera up, so no Mawile, which is decent news, but who does he have in the back? That's the question. Did he bring a Abomasnow? Hariyama goes for Rock Slide, which is a good move for my opponent, but... that's gonna activate my Citrus Berry. I'm kind of hoping he went for the Earth Power into the Entei. He could have also just went for the Heat Wave. Okay, he went for the Earth Power into the Mawile. I really wish I switched out. So I'm gonna switch out Mawile into Ludicolo right now and go for another Snarl, I think. Yeah, I might as well go for another Snarl. This is looking pretty bad of a situation. I need Mawile to deal with this Hariyama. Snarl gonna connect with the both Pokemon, which is gonna lower the special attack of that camera by 2 levels now. Critical hit on Hariyama. The damage isn't mattering since it's at -2 defense and I can knock out with Mawile. The Rock Slide gonna connect with both my Pokemon. As let's see, the Eruption from this Camerupt doesn't do much. That was kind of disappointing. Kind of wondering, Eruption, that's not really a common move you see anymore. Especially on Camerupt, because there's no point for it anymore on Camerupt. I think I lost this, but I think I'm going to have to rely on odds here with Iron Head and another Snarl. Or do I Sacred Fire? You know what, I'm going to Sacred Fire this Abomasnow. He's going to withdraw his Camerupt. That might be good. Into... That's, yep, that's Abomasnow. This might actually work in my favor. Depends if Sacred Fire gets to Oko on, Hariyama, though. It is able to pick up the knockout because it's like a -3 or 4. I think it's 2 or 3, actually. Iron Head onto the Abomasnow, which is going to bring it down to Focus Sash. Yep, there's the Focus Sash. Okay, now we got an interesting game. Now it comes down to Snarl. Let's see. My opponent can double protect. He had Eruption Earth Power. I'm kind of doubting his last move choice. But I'm going to Sucker Punch the Camerupt and go for the Snarl, I think. Let's see. Abomasnow can protect. It can go for the Ice Shard, but that won't KO Entei. I'm going to go for the Snarl. Okay, Abomasnow's going to protect. Sucker Punch into the Camerupt. Does not get it close to Oko. Snarl. I have to hope he went for Eruption with the Camerupt. He did go for the Eruption. Mawile should live. Moa should live. Oh my... I cannot believe that. I cannot believe how little that did. There's just no way. This is the problem for Eruption. Because now I can Sucker Punch the Camerupt and go for the Snarl again. Actually, no, I have no reason not to do that, actually. I'm going to go for the Iron Head onto the Abomasnow, predicting a Protect from Camerupt, and if he doesn't, oh well, he's going to take... Oh, wait. I gotta think about this. Yeah, but what can Abomasnow do to Moa? I mean, the Sucker Punch into Camerupt is really obvious. Oh, wait, I know what I can do. I'm going to Sucker Punch the Abomasnow to prevent the Ice Shard, and I'm going to Sacred Fire this Camerupt. Camerupt is going to go for the Protect. Which means he probably went with Ice Shard with his Abomasnow, which means I Sucker Punch. Okay, that was a close one, since... That was really close. If he had Heat Wave, it would have been done for, but... That's what you get for using Eruption. I feel like Eruption's not the best move on Camerupt because... I mean, it's definitely a powerful move, but... I mean, the reason people used Eruption Heatran last year... Well, not last year. 2 years ago in 2013 was because you had a Fire Gem boosted Heat Wave. You don't have that in this gen. You have to rely on, like, Weather and Helping Hand in order to get the same power. And... Camerupt gets the ability to Sheer Force, so Heat Wave is doing, even though it's not as much as Eruption, it still does a lot of damage. And I'm speaking as a fellow Camerupt person, since I did use Camerupt a while ago, and I do know what I'm talking about. The match is going to be forfeited here, but between Eruption and Heat Wave, I definitely felt Heat Wave was the superior choice for me. I mean, sure, Heat Wave does have a chance to miss, it's a lot weaker, but when you have that Sheer Force, and you don't have to worry about your Camerupt taking damage, in order to dish out damage, I feel like it's really just power over other scenarios, but I really think that Heat Wave is probably the better choice on Mega Camerupt, and that definitely cost my opponent the game. And I hope you guys enjoyed this VGC episode. Not the greatest episode with the first game, but that second game was kind of... It really turned around with that Eruption. Of course, I will be trying to make sure that I do have a team ready, hopefully by tomorrow, which will be Sunday for you guys, but Saturday for me, since I have a premiere challenge on Saturday, which is today, so hopefully I top cut or made first place or something, hoping I need those points. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Be sure to check out the rest of my social medias, check out my other videos, and yeah, I'll see you guys next time.